you fearful, despite these upgrades, despite the features they're announcing today, that a lot of demand for things like laptops and iPads has already been brought forward?
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, there has been some pull forward, but I think overall, if you look at today's announcement, it's more control over their ecosystem. And this is really shot across the bow at Intel and others. And it's important because it's the biggest product cycle in 5 to 6 years. And I think Macs could surprise some in the street going forward. And I think it just speaks to what I view right now as a super cycle, but a lot really across the board. I think it continues to be innovation at a Cupertino.
Wasn't the super cycle supposed to be the iPhone, though, Dan? Isn't that what the stock ultimately is going to move on and the performance is going to be driven by? How the 12 does?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, this is all super cycle driven to see $150, $175 stock. But I can tell you, even over the last week, I mean, all of our checks coming out of Asia show pre-orders up 2x over its predecessor. And I think right now tracking potentially 80 million units for launch, which would be a jaw dropper. But you look at these other products, Mac, iPad, AirPods, which we think a new product coming out in early 2021, that's a big part of the re-rating along with services. And I think that's why we continue to be uber bullish on Apple, especially even as they have more and more control over their ecosystem with the M1 announcement.
Dan, 10-year nearly hit 1% today, just pared back off some of those highs. How worried are you about the multiples of Apple and some of the other tech stocks if next year we're in a world where the 10 years above 1% and rates are rising?
Yeah, and you've definitely seen valuations a bit stretched. But I believe the fundamental stories, I think it's a golden age for technology. And I view this rotation, out of tech into value as short-lived. I still think tech stocks are up another 20, 25% over the next year because of these secular fundamental drivers. And I think right now it's going to be a bit of a knife fight between bulls and bears. But I think as we go into year-end, you'll see a rally in tech.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.